Good evening and welcome to Season 3, Episode 6 of the BeatRoots podcast.
Big one.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Chris.
And today we're joined by Madame Claude.
Hello.
They're a 5-piece from Oldham with an irresistible two-tone ska meets rocksteady grooves. Got written down here. They've been called one of the best ska bands heard in a long time and a total lesson to all those tribute bands by ska legend Pauline Black of the Selector. But that was a good moment. Today we're joined by Charlie, Frank and Sam.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome to BeatRoots, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming down.
To be here.
We'll kick it off where we do with everyone. Just tell us, what's your first memory of music individually? What's got you into doing what you're doing now? That's the best reaction we've had to that question.
For me, definitely it would be being in my dad's car, I think, and just going through his CDs, and I suppose looking at the covers of CDs that I found interesting and sort of definitely David Bowie was
nice.
Probably at 5 or 6 years old. I just loved. I think it was just like best of David Bowie, greatest hits.
Best
whatever.
artwork, you mean? Like
Just like best of compilation of his music, and just I suppose that would be it. Just going on drives on the weekend or whatever, going to or from school. That definitely, huge. That's definitely where I would have initially took interest in music.
It's absolutely made it impossible for me now. What he said. No,
Ditto.
I used to listen to a lot of the Beatles and stuff like that with my dad in the car, and the ska stuff as well. We used to listen to the specials, and stuff like that. I did musical theatre from being like a kid, so like lots of musicals and stuff like that. Sort of, it's a weird.
What's your favourite musical?
My favourite, it's Guys and Dolls actually.
Ah,
Wow,
nice.
Pre-1960.
Yeah.
Don't see that a lot, mate. Let me tell you.
Don't get that.
Not really musical theatre, will, mate. No, I like it. Like, it's got Frank Sinatra in the actual film, so I used to watch that all the time.
Okay.
You love a bit of the Rat Pack.
Yeah. I used to sing that before we did this as a band. That's like I used to sing that sort of stuff.
Nice.
That's class.
Turned away from that a little bit.
Fair enough. Myself. My dad's into like classic rock. He likes Pink Floyd and stuff like that. But it's same thing. Just listening to CDs.
Yeah.
In car with my parents. My mum likes a load of disco and bits of ska and loads of soul. She loves Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
So I just got into playing guitar when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Is that something you had to fight for to get him to get you a guitar?
I was begging for it for Christmas.
Yeah.
All year, but
I think I was the same.
I wanted a guitar and got a drum kit, mate.
Yeah.
What am I doing with it?
Good answers then. Good. Like, so ska has obviously been quite a prominent part of your youth.
It's sort of been there from the start.
I think initially, sort of when me and Frank initially were writing songs together, and there was no sort of ska or anything going on. And then once sort of Mikey, like we started playing with Mikey, who's the lead guitarist. And
even then we didn't really try and write in that direction, and then we did like just a couple of things with that offbeat. And it just sort of, we liked it got you moving. It was one of the first sort of things where we'd written something that got you moving. Do you know what I mean? And we thought that's probably where we want to be going with it. Do we want people to listen to it and sort of like stew on it, or do you want them to be dancing?
Just have
the
energy.
lane, aren't you, really? I think. And we picked Dancing Lane.
Plus we all, we've all got different music tastes, but we all love
get down to
Jamaican soul, ska, rocksteady. Like that's something that we if we're just chilling together, that's what we'll be playing all the time.
When we all lived together in Hume, didn't you?
Yeah.
And like I used to sleep on the sofa in the morning, I'd get woke up by some rocksteady tune going off or something. It was just all day. I had like this soundtrack of ska and reggae, and we just loved it, man.
Still do,
it sort of seeped into our music.
Yeah.
So you all live together?
We did do for a couple of years.
That was messy.
Yeah, it was interesting time to say the least. Yeah, well, we only got one noise complaint from the council, which was pretty good considering.
That's not bad going.
No, practiced there, mate.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah, we started off practicing there.
One noise complaint.
And
how long?
But just over a year. Probably we all lived together, and then girlfriends, people, living. You know, it was a brilliant time though, and it was really sort of
proper tall house.
Really?
Everything was upstairs. The kitchen and the living room was upstairs, and on the balcony. So like you go past
big space. Yeah.
It was sick for parties, mate.
Yeah.
Lord. We're on the balcony, you pull up in the taxi. And you're like, wait. Mate, it's going off 10 minutes.
No, it was intense.
After gigs and stuff, it was like, you haven't come in yours then? I'd be like, I don't even live there, mate. Of course. Let's go now.
I bet that's what glued the sound together. Though,
Yeah, because we were just jamming every day, man. Just like,
it was sick. And didn't go into work much.
Yeah,
I can imagine. Yeah. How many excuses did you get through? Did you just start telling them straight like, I'm not coming?
Big on with the band.
Can't
got
do
a
it.
meeting.
Got a meeting. Yeah, big record deal.
How small we are.
So the latest single, Warraz, was it Warraz?
Warraz,
yeah. 25th of April it was released.
Yeah.
It's a great song about emus and ostriches.
Yeah. For all that information that's lacking in the world.
Well, exactly.
How's the track been received by the fans?
Pretty well, yeah. I think it's a weird one because I think it's a very like for example, it's not had many listens in different countries because it is quite quintessentially like British humour, and
that is a listen.
So it's doing really well in terms of listens in people in the UK, but I think it's sort of harder to understand the humour in different places. It's it's one of it seems to be one of the favourites.
Live. For ages, I think we've sort of only just released it because it's a live track that for me.
Have you kind of been pushed by the fans to release it?
Yeah,
a lot of people want it, and I get live, but it's
fucking rammer.
For me anyway, I do it different every time on stage. I say the same words, but so then when we were recording it, I was like, Jesus, we could be here all day.
You
know what I mean? And sometimes
trying to get the same take.
I might doing a face with the way I'm saying it, so that that's not going to come across on the recorded. It was quite frustrating for me, but I like it. You know? No hate. I was happy with what we got out of it, but it was hard because I was trying to figure out how this thing that I can do like the back of my hand, like no worries. How do I do it the perfect way once? I can do it bob on. That'll do, and I can work with it. But to get it perfect and be happy with it was just like, wow, this is going to be solid. Well, I think we got there. Hopefully, anyway.
Is that something you do with all the songs then? Like, is that like your creative freedom?
The delivery and stuff like that. It'll have a certain rhythm and stuff like that. So some of them are a bit more spoken word, aren't they? I take a bit of artistic license with it sometimes. But a lot of the time it'll all be quite similar. When I fucking change a word, that's when I go, me. If I change it, start thinking like, you think you can just throw a little different word in, I'll forget every other word. Each one reminds me of the next one. Do you know what I mean? So as long as I say it, doesn't matter when I say it, I'll figure it out. That's why sometimes if I'm starting a verse, I'll be like, oh shit, I've got nothing to cue me.
Our singer Elliot's quite similar sometimes. He has to have just the first word of the line written down if he's struggling with some lyrics, and that one word, it could give him three. If it was a 3 lines like lyric,
phrase,
he would remember the whole thing off that first word.
It's good.
It's a funny one, that.
You know what? I've stopped drinking, but I used to do it like drunk and be like, wow, I've actually not messed up any words. And then, since I've not been drinking, I've been like really overthinking it, messing up words and that. But it's all. I'm not saying I should drink. See, Sam's in it. Got his ears closed.
Got a little quiz for you, a little emu versus ostrich quiz.
You are talking to the man. You're talking to the man.
So I was listening to it before on the train, and I think most of these answers will be actually in the song, but let's go for it. Let's quick fire it.
Hit me.
So let's start with, which bird is bigger? So out of an ostrich or an emu?
Out of an ostrich and an emu. It's an ostrich.
Nice.
Right, straight in there.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to get solid.
That could be deceptively easy of a start.
Which bird famously won a war against humans?
Emus. The emu war in Australia.
That's it.
I did not know about that.
The great emu war.
Emus were scrambling all the crops.
Oh, shit.
They were like a pest, so they sent in the army. Because they were like, farmers were putting up fences to get in there. They're assholes. Right? So they sent in the army and they ended up just calling it off because there were too many of them. Guys with machine guns blowing them down, and they still come back and scand all the crops. So I'll give them that.
Right, okay, so which bird fluffs up like an angry feather duster when threatened?
I think it's an ostrich.
I thought that would be peacock.
Well, it's either ostrich or an
they did
emu.
used to make feather dusters out of peacock feathers back in the day.
Did they?
But that's besides the point.
Yeah, that's for a different quiz, different
That's
podcast.
a different quiz.
It's emu.
Oh,
motherfuckers.
Sorry.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I've come with those fucking feathers.
And the last one. Which bird can kill a lion with one kick?
Oh God. It's got to be the ostrich for me, mate. Yeah, kill anything with one of them kicks.
I would
Yeah.
say
Trust
ostrich.
me.
It is an ostrich.
Yeah.
You were nearly there
Kill a
for
lion
4
with
for 4,
one
but
kick.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, him sweet.
there's
Good
no
for that, though.
there's no trophy for you today.
No.
emu
Got
stick.
The only
The
participants of that
expert.
The
quiz.
ostriches are the real winners. That tends to be how it goes.
Yeah.
I've learned.
Right, so a bit more serious, but tell us about the songwriting process. Who is it that writes the songs?
Well,
Mikey and me most of the time.
Right, yeah.
And then Mikey a lot of the time.
so
Ace, you can just
Mikey
fly
will-
off with an idea.
yeah, he'll come with an initial riff or with, some sort of it varies.
Sometimes
to be
it'll
honest.
be like we'll have we'll
We'll be
record
jamming.
something. It'll be jamming and be like, yeah, we like that, and then we'll start knocking about a sort of what's the word?
Like a structure.
Not a structure, like a
Lyric.
Melody?
lyric sort of concept.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like, so we've got a song called "I'm the King," and it's just someone bigging himself up, and then at the end of the verse, "I am the King." So you sort of figure out like what you're gonna be, what the story is you're gonna be telling, and like.
Do you work backwards with it sometimes? Like this is where you want to
Some
be.
would say we're backwards, yeah.
We do like choruses tend to end up verses.
We've had
and
arguments
fucking-
over like, I go to the chorus now, and it's like, well, that's the verse in it, and like they're both there, but we just call them different things.
Yeah.
Took us ages to get the hang of that one.
But yeah, between Frank and Mikey really, or obviously if we are literally just at practice and like jamming sort of something and then just develop it from there. Generally. But I suppose that the individual sort of either the drummer or me as the bassist will develop the initial things or depends really.
For it.
They're quite collaborative though, generally. Once you've got that bass.
But lyrically, Frank and Mikey will. That's obviously sort
get
of
humorous and that we like to have a joke about with it, and not take it too seriously.
Yeah.
But
Is
we
there-
do
is
take
there-
it seriously.
Yeah,
do
very
say
seriously.
Go hard.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where you're like, no, that's a bit mad even for me though?
No, we were gonna diss ourselves once. We were gonna do a diss track.
On yourself?
We're not really established enough that anyone gives a fuck whether we're dissing ourselves.
Yeah.
No one's heard of you, so they won't diss you, so diss yourself. It's going in the bin, that one, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, new tracks obviously Whereas came out in end of April.
Yeah.
Have you got some new tracks in the bank?
Yeah. So Gendarmes came out in March. I don't know why I said that because you asked us what's coming out. We've got
quick firing it.
Yeah, we do. Well, we're trying to release every sort of 4 to 6 weeks a new single, just to get some momentum going. Really, we didn't release anything for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Just because we've been doing a lot of recording ourselves, learning in the practice room how to. Yeah, we've just been experimenting with because we've never really figured out how we want our.
Yeah, well, how to articulate it to someone else. We've got stuff that sounds great.
Yeah.
But it's never quite what we sort of envisioned. But it sounds sick, better in some cases. But like, we're just trying to figure out how we can go and say to someone, this is what we're after, and then they enhance on that rather than just enhancing on the tune itself.
Basically, so we could almost go to someone with a demo that's basically how we want to sound it, but just how it wants to sound, but then just improve it sonically. You know, to polish
a professional touch on it after that.
But yeah, so we've got our next single will be Happy Life, which is a fairly new one.
But we like it. So
it's a really nice, it's a cool sort of spangly westerny.
Spaghetti western.
That should be coming out in the next few weeks, and then hopefully, just try and keep releasing until we run out of songs. And you know, hope in terms of an EP or album. Not too sure yet. Just gonna release a few singles and get a bit of momentum going.
The listeners up, man.
Who are you recording with at the minute then? Or are you doing it yourself now?
Doing it.
That's how I met Sam. So I've just started a music production degree. I've just finished the first year. Got access to studios there, so it's been really.
Where's
fun.
that at?
Future Works, it's called.
Okay.
It's brilliant. To be fair, it's So we've got access to studios whenever we want. So
we're make the most of that, then.
Exactly. So we're just getting in there as much as possible and learning along the way.
Yeah. Nice. Do you think then, like, I don't want this to sound offensive, but like a ska band is probably not like especially in Manchester, it's not like the go-to avenue that people go out from a band. So would you say that you're maybe part of a resurgence of ska?
I think.
Well, we play.
Maybe not aiming for it, but
you're
doing it fucking well.
I think there's definitely still a want for it. There's still a big culture.
Well into it.
There's like a new generation thirst for it as well.
It's nice because at our gigs the age range is from like 65 down to 14. Like
really,
it's a really broad it's nice to sort of see people connecting on that level, and it's a bit of education for younger people who may have not come into contact with ska music. I think it's a good sort of gateway for them to then delve into it themselves and sort of look back at the older stuff and so it's not a trendy thing, you know. It's not as if it's cutting edge, or it's just really simple music, and we just want to make people dance.
Especially in the room. Like saying to Jamie, I think I'd probably shamelessly got to admit that ska's not my favourite kind of thing. But when I came and seen you guys, like I got into it. The energy in the room, you can't hide from that.
It's all about the vibe, and there's nothing better than performing live, and then especially doing these sort of tunes. It's just you can't wait to go out and be like, woo!
And all the different influence as well. I think we're putting a new spin on it. It's not like we're trying to sound like the Selector or
we don't leave that to them because that's what they do.
Is it the genre that you're going for, ska, or is it just that's the sort of sound that?
It's just heavily influenced by it. We could play with demo. We could play with some more alternative fans.
It seems to be like the building blocks.
It's a big part of it for us.
But then we've got a disco tune that we're working on.
That's nice.
There's a bit of a disco element. You know, it's nice to have that as your sort of your bread and butter, and then you put your filling in the middle of the sandwich, baby. Whatever you like, disco butty.
So
disco butty.
The name of the song. So Pauline Black, who is the front one of the Selector, she called you one of the best ska bands she's heard in a long time. What does that kind of praise mean to you? Like
that was a big deal for me anyway.
You're still riding that.
Riding it.
Heavy. It was she didn't before the gig when we were supporting them, we watched Selector soundcheck. She came down straight after off stage, spoke to us for like 15-20 minutes.
Said she was looking forward to listening.
Come back. She spent a lot of time talking to us, and she made an effort to watch us. And
I watched a bit of our sound check, and then she was up the back during our set. like meeting the fans and all that. And she came up straight after we'd finished. Said,
they don't have to do that, do they?
No,
like,
we were proper managing our expectations because we played with people like far less like legendary, all in black, and we were like, it was a big deal for us to be playing that gig with the Selector because like to that day we'd been buzzing to be playing at the same festival as them, and we were on like a made up stage that like, our mate sorted out. They were on the main stage, we didn't come across them, but we were just buzzing to be there in the same sort of area as them, thinking this is going alright. And then a year later we were supporting them, and she came straight, we were backstage, and I came out and everyone's going, did you hear that what she said? I was like, well, no, what she said now with shit or what? She just come out and gone, fuck that. But someone said, oh, your dad's got a video, I watched it. I was like, she what? And I had my hat off, then I was walking around like, it's me from on the stage.
I'm the guy.
So we've got another game to play. This one isn't ostrich themed.
The other one was specific to you, believe it or not.
This is one we call Riff or Myth, and it's a true or false game. We give you 5 different statements about musicians and music, and you have to say if they're myth or riff, if they're true or false.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
It's going down alright. So, here we go. I need to get me scoring apparatus on the other hand.
Pen on your hand.
So, question 1. Adele once did a show dressed entirely as a bee for Halloween.
I'd say true, me.
I'd say, so what's that? That's riff, innit?
I like the idea.
So riff is true, myth is false.
I would say riff.
Riff is out.
Are we going riff?
Straight with riff?
Yeah.
That's a myth.
Oh,
that's
fuck
me.
Not
a good start.
A rocky start for the boys.
Oh.
Come on, Sam. Right, let's go.
Kiss created a comic book using ink mixed with their actual blood.
Sam's the man for this.
What's going on here, Sam? You like the heavy stuff?
I bet that was a publicity stunt.
Do you reckon?
But
do you think they actually did it, so it could be riff for the publicity stunt? That could be a reason.
I don't know.
What did he want you to think?
What's your gut feeling saying?
Are you the Kiss guy?
This guy loves it.
I've seen him. I don't listen to him.
That's what I mean.
100%. Let's say riff.
Riff?
Let's do it.
Someone that could do.
You turn in. That was a riff.
That is a riff.
Yes, Sam!
Nice.
Will not be bested again.
Number 3. David Bowie turned down a Rolling Stones collaboration because Mick Jagger smelt bad. You can get on board with that, can't you?
Could be true.
Bet he was a bit stinky.
It's gotta be myth. They're all humming in that day.
Yeah, but have they done a collaboration? They have collaborated. Have David Bowie? Yeah.
Dancing in the street. They're all jumping around.
That's the video of that with no music.
Yeah.
It's like Brez.
Let's say myth, I think.
Myth.
Bollocks. Myth.
That is a myth.
Right, nice. Back on track.
You love down Mick smell.
Back on track.
Lady Gaga once arrived at the Grammys inside a giant egg and claimed she was incubating creativity.
Fucking sound
What
right.
a job's worth. Fair enough, though. I think that is bullshit.
Have you ever heard?
She dressed up as she wore meat, didn't she?
She wore a meat
Let's
dress.
say myth.
That's a little bit of a step backward from the old ribeye.
I think we would know. We would know, surely.
Yeah, we've
Myth.
heard. We're big Gaga fans.
Myth, yeah?
Yeah.
That is a riff.
Fucking hell.
I just had to Google it again because I was like, that can't be right. And it is actually right. Yeah.
Crazy.
I need to check my forums.
Yeah.
You're part of the Lady Gaga fan group, the Reddit page.
Yeah.
Right, final one. You're not doing great here, but you can salvage a mid-table spot if you get this right.
Oh, there's a table.
So there will be at the end. Jamie does a very good graphic design table. So here we go. Final question. The Beatles once recorded a jingle for a toothpaste commercial.
Nah, I don't know.
It's around this point, maybe a question ago, where people start playing the algorithm, they start playing the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there for you to really work you up.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how you can because
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
What do you mean in terms of how many have been?
Some of them
were
were like, oh, well, we've just had 2 myths, so this has got to be a riff
Ringo
now.
did loads of adverts.
Did
he
he?
did jingles for adverts, but I don't think the Beatles.
Toothpaste advert.
Did they have toothpaste back then?
That's what I'm thinking.
Teeth back then.
No,
Melbourne Red.
Just yellow Peggies.
Yeah.
Oh
Fucking
man.
hell, toothpaste.
Yeah, what would a Beatles toothpaste be called? It's fun to think of.
Give me half an hour.
Yeah. What we saying there?
I'm saying it's a load of myth.
Yeah, mate.
I'm gonna
Big steaming Parliament.
Yeah,
So-
read to it. Read to myth.
I want to
Nice.
say riff,
It was
mate.
just.
Say it. But say it with heart.
I'm not gonna say it, Frank. I think it's a myth.
Myth.
Respect.
Is
Myth.
that final answer?
Yeah.
I'm going Chris
Does
Tarrant on you.
the team agree?
Myth.
Yeah.
I think.
What
Yeah.
riding on this one? That is a myth.
Fucking get in. That's
Well, 3 out of 5. You're about
You brought it
mid-table.
back.
there.
mid-table.
You're higher than United and Tottenham anyway.
Yeah. Jesus, that got quite stressed. Now.
Nice
Let's bring it back down, something a little bit light-hearted. Another section we're going in season 3 is we started having some fan questions. So either a fan of the band or a fan of the podcast, and like we've got a question from Sam here. That was he wants to know what band from the past would you want to be a part of, and who would you replace?
Coming from you, this
That's
Sam.
the right answer to this.
Madame Claude last year.
Yeah.
Are you replacing someone else that wasn't the band? Or?
Yeah, Charlie. Nah. Band from the past, and who would I replace?
It doesn't have to be a malicious replacement. It just
No,
means
yeah,
who
no.
would you? Yeah, you
I've-
gotta knock them off their perch.
Yeah, boom.
Gone. See you later.
I think I would be in the band.
Oh, that's
Bob
cool.
Dylan, the band.
Oh, the band.
The band.
Right, nice.
And I would be Rick Danko, who is the bassist, because I just think he's my favourite bassist.
Yeah.
I think he's just cool as fuck.
Would you bring the same level of cool, do you reckon?
I would try my very best.
He does.
I would try.
That's what he does. What about you, Sam?
What was the question?
What band from the past would you want to be a part of, and who would you replace?
Kiss.
Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. They had Ruth Underwood on a glockenspiel thing, and I would love to do.
Yeah.
You'd be the
Mad
glockenspiel
jazzy
player.
melodies doing
Fair,
that.
dude. I could see you doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unorthodox, but nice.
I'd want to be brushy one string
Yeah.
taking in the car.
Have you seen
I
it?
don't know what that is.
You'd have to check
Some
it
geezer
out.
with one string in Jamaica. Just
Really?
absolutely shreds fuck out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Ding ding.
You'll have to
ding,
check
ding.
it
You'll have to
You have to
watch
watch it. You got it.
If nothing else, that's going to be very informative.
lesson.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, sports fans.
Yeah.
So, moving on to your gigs. So, mentioned before that I'd seen you at Basque.
Yeah.
I think it was last year. It feels like a long time ago. It
Yeah, it
must have
feels
been
like
last year
ages
now.
ago.
Supporting Caden, was it?
Yes.
That was a fantastic gig. First time that I've ever seen you. I'd heard of you before, but it was the whole crowd. You had the whole crowd kind of, I suppose, in the
Eating
palm
from the palm of your hand.
Eating from the palm of your hand. To listen to all your emu and ostrich fights. What is it like hearing of having a room full of people sing lyrics back to you?
It's buzzing because I don't have to sing as loud.
Yeah.
Get out a bit of work.
Save you some energy.
It's mega.
Yeah.
Thinking about when we first started doing it, we struggled to remember the words, and then people singing them for us is well cool. Like I lost my voice for one gig once. We did Caden's Christmas Do the night before, and it was our Christmas Do the day after.
Nice.
And I absolutely tore the back out of it, me drinking like fuck. Sang my head off, and then the next day I had to sing for an hour, and I couldn't even talk.
Really?
So I just had to get on the stage, and luckily it was literally in our hometown, in the same village. So everyone there knew all the words, and we were just like, "Come on!"
Yeah.
Robbie Williams the fuck out of it, mate.
Yeah.
Robbie Williams.
You know this one. But then even when I was saying like that, I'd be like, "What's up with me?"
Go into your genre and talks about the energy and the natural rhythm and bounce that comes with it. Was it quite early on in your career, I suppose, where you had that energy in the room, or was it
It seems to have been, yeah. I think
Does it
it's
come quite naturally for what you do that people get on board quite quickly?
Yeah, it's that sort of offbeat and the bass lines and stuff, that sort of just before you even doing anything else, that's got you moving. Do you know what I mean? So then you add a bit of flavour on top of it. And
it just bang.
Yeah.
Winner.
It's almost as if you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it is just. Yeah.
You can find yourself like tapping along to like shit on the radio, can't you?
Yeah.
So and there's something very energetic.
And
rhythmic going
it's
on.
infectious as soon as a couple of people start dancing, then it tends to spread, you know, and
I get jitters when we go on, and I just turn it in. I have to just send it all to my legs and start two-stepping.
But we've had gigs before where, you know, if there's not been that many people there, if we've been doing a support somewhere, you know, somewhere I've never played, and it tends to be less. People tend to want to move less when there's less people. You know, it's a bit more awkward almost.
Yeah, because it's
more conscious about it.
There's not many people in the audience. Like you're focused on yourself if you're in that audience. You're thinking like, oh, everyone can see me if I go there. I'm pretty much on the stage. It's not really. People don't notice the band as much if there's not many people there, but they'll be watching it because that's keeping them from thinking about everyone that they're thinking about is watching them. Do you know what I mean? So everyone just sort of tends to listen and they enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? They'll be nodding their head, but there are not as many people busting moves when it's a smaller crowd, but they enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be the only one dancing. Yeah, I think that's just once one person sets off, man, they're like, let's go.
Why not then?
Yeah. But you see it like halfway through a set, someone will just start going and then everyone will start dancing. It's
So what would you say is your best gig venue that you've played at?
Band on the Wall was off its head, man.
Yeah,
like that's
great.
We played there loads of times, and it was nice to do a headline there because it was mad just to think like another one of them, like we'd played there supporting people and been like, oh, one day we'll headline here.
I think Band on the Wall just because like you say,
it was a lot of work.
And the venue. You know, it's got such a history of like reggae music and alternative music, you know, and the sound system's brilliant. It's just
Have you played there before the refurb, or was it?
No, only since it's been refurbished. But you know, love playing there.
It is a great venue,
and everyone who works there is brilliant. You know, lovely people. And
we played at a nice theatre in Halifax. I liked that. That was sick.
Victoria
Theatre.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Massive. We played with the Jewelers and we just supported them. They'd already sold it out pretty much. So it was like 1,000 people there in this really nice theatre, massive stage. It was just like, wow.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
How did you get that? Because again, it's probably like naivety, but like, do you use the same promoters that like your kind of standard indie bands use in Manchester, or you do a lot of it yourself?
Yeah, we do. We do a lot of it.
And we want to move towards doing more and more of it ourselves, because obviously you want it to be your job, don't you? You don't want to have to go to work.
There's a lot more power in doing it yourself as well. You're making your own decisions. You don't have to live by the rules set for you.
But then it's all on you. If you fuck it up, you can't play.
No, I think musicians have got more power than they've ever had. To be honest, I know there's a lot of negatives to social media and stuff, but realistically, I think the opportunities, if you sort of harness certain skills, you've got more power than any musicians have ever had in history. You know, record labels have a lot less power over distribution and.
Like you said before, like doing a lot like the demo, the recordings yourself, like taking it into your own hands, because who knows what you want better than you. Yeah, there's a lot of professionalism that comes from being in a studio, and a lot of the time, or sometimes they can take the song to a place you didn't think it could go.
Yeah, totally.
But there is, if you can do it yourself, like the amount of money that you save as well.
Exactly,
like,
that's
the financial side of it's crippling sometimes.
We are constantly in debt to very good friends. You know, we were
backers.
But we're just, it's fucking expensive, man.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, we've got practice room, and we generally speaking, gigs that we do pay for that space. We don't have to dip into our own pockets. But when we're travelling down to London and all this shit,
expensive, man.
And
paying that ULEZ.
Yeah,
that's
man.
exactly it.
Fuck it now.
We did one in London and then one in Brighton the next day, so we went into London, did the gig, and then just absolutely shot out of there to beat this congestion charge. You'd had to pay for another day, so the driver was just like loading the van up rapid, and it's like, come on, we're going.
No hanging around.
No hanging around.
It's all the costs of like obviously studio time costs and travel costs, but it's all the little things like we're Tuesday Night Lights. We're on about paid promo. For Instagram posts and
exactly
merch costs. You got to front
shit,
all the merch, and it's all like the little thing. Like obviously you said that you have to pay out of your own pocket for the room, but hiring space to practice for stuff for a lot of people, it's
like,
a monthly cost, isn't it? That
game, innit?
But hopefully it'll pay off.
But we all love it.
There's
times that are difficult, but ultimately
you wouldn't do anything different. You know what I mean?
No.
And that's it. If the more of it you can do, the more of it you can enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And the stress will sort of alleviate as you get better, I imagine.
Learning new skills, you know, like you say, with marketing stuff and
not relying
a
on
lot of it.
Else.
You've got to separate the music and the business shit, and you know, it's
difficult sometimes, but it's a learning curve.
That's it, exactly.
So the opposite side of my question before is, what is your worst gig experience? So not necessarily a venue, but
my experience.
Time you've had a gig that's gone wrong.
Well, probably when I didn't have a voice.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
That was rough.
We didn't want. Well, we were supporting the Jewelers for the first time in Liverpool at
Camp and
Furnace in the
Liverpool,
second. It was like the bigger. I think it's about 800 capacity, but at the time it was probably the biggest gig we'd ever done. Or like a 1,000 capacity. Oh well. And we turned up naively with just drum breakables.
No,
obviously, we'd not really played with a sort of big band who were touring who obviously you can't use their stuff. It's not like you can borrow amps and
that
borrow
was the sort of gigs we've done before. We'll just borrow theirs.
So we turned up with drum breakables, got there, the promoter was like, where the fuck's your drum kit? He was like a Scouts guy who was like, we're in Liverpool, I can get us a drum kit, no problem. Rang around, came back 10 minutes later, was like, I can't sort you a drum kit. So literally 2 minutes before we were meant to go on, or like a minute before, their drummer eventually went, right, just use the drum kit, don't move anything.
I don't think they knew what was going on. We've been dealing with like their crew, and then they've seen us going in and out of this pub across the road trying to get like bits of drum.
Frantic.
We've got a drum and a cymbal.
One of the
and love it.
Alex, who we were with, he was like trying to make fucking cymbal
build a
stands
drum
out
kit.
of random shit.
He went, we're not going anywhere else. Well, we've got literally a floor tom and a stand for a cymbal.
Yeah.
It's probably worth saying for the non-musician listeners of the podcast that it is the norm to just take your breakables, isn't it? Like your own cymbals, your own and your own snare. So to turn up somewhere and be like, oh, you need the rest of the drum kit, you're like, you don't just carry that stuff in your back pocket, do you?
Yeah, but that was definitely like, we were we've been absolutely like thrilled to have the opportunity to do it for weeks and weeks. Get there and we're like, fucking, we're not going to be playing here, are we?
Gabe just walking on. But do this.
Luckily though, they were nice enough to lend us a drum kit. So
they saved the day. And they had us back. Do you know what I mean?
That's good.
So cool. Did you?
So you got a big gig coming up in September. Headline gig at Gorilla.
Yeah.
Buzzing for that one.
Absolutely.
When is that? 27th.
27th
of Sept. Get down.
It's our biggest headline.
Our ticket sales doing
good, yeah.
Get them while they're hot.
I need to get mine actually.
Going all right.
We need to. Well, it should be a sellout. We hope.
We hope so. It's a sick room. So can't wait to let rip in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's all I think about me when I'm just waiting for the gig to come. I can't wait to absolutely rip it in, but you got to sell all the tickets first.
It is going to be hot in that room. Gorilla is a sweaty venue at the best of times.
Big tin shed.
So apart from that then, what does the next 12 months look like for you?
We're trying to
get that crystal ball out.
We're trying to play a lot more in London and other places.
Oh, not outside.
Outside
of Manchester.
Outside
anywhere, as long as it's open air.
Amphitheatre.
Yeah. Could pencil it in, you know what I mean? I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah,
Coliseum.
Just trying to hit different cities, you know. I think we've created we've got a nice following in Manchester. Just trying to sort of start from scratch in other cities and just build up again, you know.
Be like frequently releasing so that when you do go and play in these places, they've got something new to go at.
Yeah, something tangible to be like.
And then it's all happening there. You can all they have to do is follow your Instagram, and then there you go. You can follow all this stuff that's all happening, rather than it being like we've gone to Liverpool and now everything's in Manchester. And we're not releasing any tunes, we're just trying to do gigs, you know, trying to keep it so that people can be involved. So you can go to these places and there's like, you can go back, you've created a demand rather than just hitting it and then not going back for ages because no one's invited you back, because no one's listening, because there was like, 20 people at the gig. You know what I mean? So it's like creating a demand as well in these places.
Difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's fun. It's like a fun little game, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very positive. Because it is fun. It's hard to get out of Manchester and bring people in, and there's only so many of your mates and family that can make the trip over every time.
And you don't want to be taking people, do you? You want them to already be there. But you got to take a couple down, you know what I mean?
You do, yeah.
So it's mainly support slots.
They're the best ones for you, aren't they? They're just
jump on someone else's crowd. If you can bring a couple of those back for Gorilla or something.
Jump all over it.
New faces every time. That's what we want. You know, we're supporting that Callum God in Liverpool.
So we're going Liverpool 30th of May, aren't we? And then we're supporting the Beat on the 14th of June. 12th of June we're in London.
In Brixton, we're supporting the Jailbirds, who is the lead singer that Cabbage is new band. Supporting them
at the Windmill
in Brixton.
Nice.
And then
the Beats were home first picture drawn with
supporting the Beat, at home first picture drawn.
And then I'm fucking drawing a blank there.
Boomtown, we're playing at Boomtown.
Can't wait for that, man. Might have to
got a lot going
get on the session for that. Maybe after we've played probably.
Just trying to build more of a plan, you know, rather than just doing things for the sake of it, trying to, you know,
it's hard to balance all of it, but a good plan really helps. Having like a 3 to 6 month plan really helps you kind of get stuff in place.
Exactly,
But easy said than done.
Well, it is.
The amount of times we've had plans about making plans and just never got to the planning stage.
Defo.
Yeah. Right. Well, so near at the end of the show. You're going to play us a little song, I believe?
Yeah.
Can do. That's
what are you going to play for us?
Part of your show, probably, which is a bit more of a nicer, softer one.
It's a nice tune.
But we might just have to figure
it out for a second.
That's fine.
We'll work it out. So this is, what's it called? Sorry.
Part of your show.
What you say,
so this is going to be Part of Your Show by Madame Claude. Thank you very much for coming down, and we'll catch you soon, hopefully at Gorilla.
Yes, thank you
very much.
Cheers.
It's a pleasure.
Peace.
Back in your show, I'll do anything for a start, anything for my eyes, just to be in your show. I'll never be late, and no, I'll never talk back to you, and I'll never ask questions that would waste your precious time, 'cause I'm well aware that time is money, so they tell me. I would do anything to have a part in your show. Oh, I would do anything to have a part in your show. I'd beg, I'd steal, I'd break the law. There's just no telling how far I'd go to have a part even just a little part in your show. I'll bide my time, and yes, I'll know all my lines every time. One day I'll get my break and it'll be okay. Just smile and wave and be happy that I'm part of your show. Whoa, I know, whoa, I would do anything to have a part in your show. Oh, I would do anything to have a part in your show. I'd beg, I'd steal, I'd break every law for you. There's just no telling what I would do to have a part, even just a little part in your show.
So, Madame Claude, that was part of your show. Thank you very much. We are very excited to get down to Gorilla. Hopefully, because we say this a lot, but we've got to make sure that we actually get tickets.
I'll be definitely there.
Actually get down.
Yeah, I need to get a ticket.
Otherwise, we'll be held accountable for that. But yeah, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming down.
Cheers.
Right,
Cheers,
take
guys.
care. See you soon.
See you soon.